Alright, welcome to my Season 4 early analysis. These usually get a lot of attention, so I want to help y'all out and give you probably the best analysis I can considering are like how to best prepare for Season 4. Now, here's the thing. Season 4 and Season 3 aren't really much different. No, seriously, from here until the following, if you've been playing Great League, it's pretty much just going to roll over to Season 4. There are very minor changes in Season 4, but I'll review a few things and also one or two things that might be a little interesting to you. So obviously you're staring at Azumarill. Now, the reason why is because you're going to see this a lot still. Azumarill is still incredibly powerful. It's arguably one of the best mons in the entire freaking game. And through 3 seasons has not changed a bit as far as effectiveness. In other words, Niantic just doesn't want to nerf it. So, and to be honest, I don't approve of nerfing it because it's one of the most readily available mons. Azumarill has had many events, and it's like I said, it's very available. So I wouldn't nerf Azumarill. I would keep Marill as it is. But I mean Azumarill as it is. But Azu's something you want to look for and prepare for, and just yeah, it's good. It's good. Another one, Skarmory. So Skarmory's been running around rampant, and it's not hard to see why. Incredibly high defense, maxes out 2108. It's close to max CP when you power it up. Skarmory's another thing you might want to take a look at. Skarmory has been readily everywhere, but since the Brave Bird buff, it's been really strong. And the reason why is because Brave Bird actually has a really high total damage output if you are able to do like a back-to-back or if you're just able to hit one. Even if it's resisted, Brave Bird does so much damage. That's why Flash Cannon kind of got removed. And now double air attacks is the way to go. So Sky Attack and Brave Bird is your standard moveset. Now, you should have one of these. If you don't, I would look at it. The Skarm Azu core has been really strong because look at what you cover. Azu covers a lot of things, but you're also just Skarm Azu. Skarm covers Azu's weaknesses. So it'll cover all of Azu's weaknesses like poison. It covers opposing fairies, and it's just really good. And fire, of course. So fire, and electric Pokemon. Now, it doesn't quite cover electric. Both Azu and Skarm are weak to electric Pokemon, but that doesn't mean you can't really, like, there aren't many electric types that are super oppressive against this core, unless it's like Lantern, Stunfisk, or Lantern, Stunfisk, Galvantula, any of those things, probably even Electrode, but you just don't see those things running around a lot. So as long as you're able to avoid the as long as you're able to avoid like electric types, you're fine. And there aren't many of them in the Season 4 meta. Some interesting things are, as far as like, this is your bread and butters, this is your B, there's no real like BBML. Does that make sense? Well, there actually is a BBML. So there's no real one in a sense. But the overall BBML that actually took off from pvpoke.com, if you go to pvpoke.com right here, pvpoke.com, go to pvpoke.com, and you go and take a look at their chart. You're going to go down the chart. Don't forget, Cresselia is available in Raid by. Guys, Cresselia is available. The chart should be here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is pvpoke.com's chart from House Stark, one of the best values in the world. He's also a great friend of mine. Please follow him. He also streams on Twitch. I left his link below. Make sure y'all check him out. So this is the chart. As you see, this is, if you recognize this line right here, you see that one right there? Yeah. This has been the king of the crop. The Tropius, Azu, and G Stunfisk are just so powerful because you have so much coverage, especially if you win the lead. And here's my team right here. This is the team I use. Well, this is the team I formulated, and my DD runs Rock Slide Psycho Boost. I run that variant. I saw this team on here before. Like, I think it was on here before. I totally forgot it. I saw it somewhere, but it uses the Shiftry DD core like I do. But I don't think it runs. I think it runs Rock Slide Thunderbolt. I run Psycho Boost. So I changed Psycho Boost just because I have more coverage and just because of the meta. So I've been practicing this team like hell. This is likely going to be my Season 4 team too. I'm working on a new Mega Bean team, but if you want to take a look, if you want to try these out, I definitely recommend you do. These are very powerful, and these will get you W's in Go Battle League. Anyways, back to analysis, just like for the intro. Like I said, Azu, Skarmory core is going to be super popular. A lot of content creators have been going out making new lines, and they've definitely been getting used, and a lot of people are practicing with them. So another one that you might want to Whimsicott's some spices Whimsicott. The absence of Charmers has created this really cute and puffy and really cute and yeah. But Munchlax 2000, one of my friends, he actually uses Whimsicott. And it's actually incredibly interesting as far as the spice pick goes because Whimsicott's moveset Razor Leaf, Grass Knot, Charm, and Moonblast. Now you get the Moonblast stab. There aren't many poisons running around unless it's like Tentacruel or something really weird. And along with that, you have Grass Knot and Moonblast are very fast to get to because of their energy gains. Moonblast was buffed, and Grass Knot's been one of the fastest turnouts of all time. Just because Grass Knot. And it's still really powerful. Because I don't know if Grass Knot got buffed at one point. I think it did, but I forgot. But as you see, you have a pretty good selection of moves over here. Whimsicott is very strong. It maxes out nearly at level 40. So my buddy's been using it, and it's been really good. You resist fighting grass, ground, water. So you take out Azu. You don't really take out Skarmory. It resists both. You resist Scar, but you take out a lot of interesting things. Anyways, that's Whimsicott. If you want to look at it and give it a shot, I'll probably do a video on it. I don't know. We'll see. And now we go on to pvpoke.com. So we go into pvpoke.com analysis. As you see here, I did a little trading battle. I practice here on a daily basis. I practice on a daily. I definitely recommend you use a trading battle. If you want to prep for Season 4 now, and you've given up basically on making rank 10 for Season 3, come in here, scrim the crap out of your team, and find out as many patterns as you can. Because I think it's pivotal that you use the same team over and over. Because when you switch teams, your patterns and the way you align and think and react are very different. I sim so much that everything just becomes natural. Anyways, let's go to Season 4. So the Great League Season 4 is going to be overall, it's going to be the same thing as you see now. Season 4, like I said. Other than Galvantula, there are 2 buffs you should look at. Galvantula and Signal Beam are getting buffed. Galvantula and so Signal Beam is getting buffed, and Galvantula gets a new move. So I think it's here somewhere. But we'll I'll take a look at it after this. So right now, the overall pvpoke, obviously Azu. Freaking Azu. Yep, Azu is great everywhere. It's great as a lead, it's great as a closer, it's great as a switch. It's one of the most oppressive mons in the world, and it's extremely powerful. It's been part of BBML since Season 1. And it looks, was it part of BBML Season 2? Not really. I think it was, but like it's been part of 2 seasons. It's good, okay? Now, your number 1 leads, Shadow, Machamp, and Mew. Now, the reason Shadow Machamp's in here is just because this thing's one of the most broken things in the game with a shield. If you follow social media, you have seen this thing used a lot. And you've probably seen Go Battle League a lot, just because it's that freaking good. Shadow Machamp with shields is a monster, and it will run through a lot of things. And you can, as long as you keep it away from its weaknesses, you pretty much take the cake, and it can run through a lot of things. As you see, a fighter that beats Skarmory. That's because what's a fighter that beats Skarmory? Literally, this is a fighter. Every fighter can beat Skarmory, but Machamp, yo. And you take out Umbreon, Alolan, Marowak, and Galore. Use it, okay? If you have one, I recommend you take a look at it. Mew, this is something that not a lot of people look at, but it's definitely the number 1 lead because Wild Charge and Surf and Shadow Claw generates a lot of energy, and even though you don't get stabbed, these moves hit so hard that it beats the Azu Skarm core. You take out Deoxys defense, you even take out Galar and Stunfisk and Alolan Marowak because of Surf. So Mew is like the track of all trades. Now, if you powered it up over 1500, it sucks, but it's really freaking good. It's really freaking good. I would recommend using it as a lead. Now, you do lose against things like a Bastiodon, Altaria, Bombasol, Umbreon, and Shifter, which are still prevalent, but like I said, the Azu Skarm core and Wild Charge and Surf being such great coverage, I would definitely consider it. Another one is Deoxys defense. This I've seen DD a lot in the lead, and it's not a surprise why. You have very strong matchups across the board. Yes, you lose against Skarmory, Azu, etc. But if you have the Thunderbolt Rock Slide variant, you can actually flip some of these matchups. For example, let's go to Azu. Rock Slide Psycho Boost is my jam just because I can play a lot with it. You don't really need Thunderbolt, but if you do have Thunderbolt, watch here. You see, these are your matchups. If you have Thunderbolt, you end up winning certain matchups because Thunderbolt is just that good. Plus, you win the one shield against Azu. Some people are running Thunderbolt Psycho Boost. Other people aren't, but in order for you to actually get it through, you need to bait the shield with Rock Slide, and then you need to Thunderbolt it. So if they block the Thunderbolt, it's bad, but you can still win the zeros as long as you double Thunderbolt, as you see here. So it's up to you. Deoxys D is very powerful. Great switch, great lead. Whichever one you want to do, it's here. It's powerful. I recommend you use it. And that's your leads. I would look at more leads. I use Shiftry lead. Yes, it's number 10 on the list, but it's just really freaking strong. It's very powerful. Now, as far as your switches go, your number one switch is Mew. Reason being is because it's covers so much. If normally everyone will use Azu or Skarm as a like Azu, Skarm. These are all safe switches, so the odds of you finding one of these are pretty dang high. These two, but mostly these, and that's Mew. And also Deoxys Defense and Drifblim. So Drifblim, Deoxys Defense, Pelipper, these are fantastic safe switch. I would definitely take a look at them. As you see, Pelipper actually beats Azumarill, oddly enough, with a shield. That's because Hurricane. And then Drifblim does take the cake too. Which is interesting is you actually beat Azu Skarm. So you'll beat the Azu Skarm core with Drifblim because of the new Hex buff. That's something I take a look to. You've been using Drifblim. Drifblim's incredibly powerful. Then we switch on to closers. These are things you probably won't have. A lot of people, including me, have been using Azu as a closer just because it's that good. And the things you see in the closer are pretty common. Like you'll see a lot of Bastiodons in back, G Stunfisk, as well as DDs, and some Alolan Marowaks. Now you do lose against Skarmory, however, if you are up a shield, you win if you Hydro Pump it down. As you see here. Yeah. Actually, well, if you flip it, like, yeah, as long as you're up a shield. See, if you're up a shield, you win because you Hydro Pump and then you Ice Beam. So as long as you have a shield, you still beat Skarmory. So don't worry too much about losing to Skarmory versus Azu, if you use Azu. If you use Electivire and Raikou, you're a monster. But they're actually really, really good because they're just Thundershock charges so quickly and Wild Charge is just a monster of a move. So definitely take a look at that. Now, here's my recommendations for you for Season 4. Definitely train. Look at all these patterns. Look at everything you've got. Build a team. And look at over here. The team builder is fantastic. Now, where I'm going to put my team in here, I'll use V3. I call it V3. I call my Shiftry DD core with the thing in the back V3. As you see, it's a very good team across the board. Very consistent. And its meta scorecard is very high. So it's very powerful. It's a very powerful combination of Mons. If you manage your energy well, like here, how many times do you see DD? How many times do you see Azu and Stunfisk in the lead, etc.? As you see here, Deoxys defense is able to take on a lot of the meta you see around here. Even Skarmory, I know you don't see it over here, but like Deoxys defense, Shiftry, this core is able to take on a lot of things in the meta. There's a lot of X's here. There's not a lot of things other than Cresselia, which as long as you have energy advantage, Cresselia actually isn't that threatening. But you know what? You cover a lot of things with this team. So I like it. Put your team in here, build it, and then start practicing. And then here's my summary. So basically, I've given you the, like, here's the tools. Use PV Poke. A lot of people that I know, or a lot of chat I've seen, has been complaining that other people are getting coached, etc. But how much time have you put outside of, like, battling? Probably not a lot. A lot of if you have time to complain, you have time to practice. So, what my recommendation is you definitely practice. So, I'm just going to show you, this is what I do every day. You go to Go Battle League. This is free, by the way. You can do this anytime. You're doing homework, you're watching a stream, practice. I do it all the time. In the background, I'm practicing over and over again. And this is how I know. I cue a foul play, I switch, I go straight Rock Slide, he might switch on me, I get an Azu. Now, Azu doesn't know my moveset, so all I'm going to do is charge up to a Thunderbolt and pretend I have Thunderbolt, and hopefully we break a shield. If not, that's okay. Shiftry is loaded with energy. We have our own Azu in the back. We have a pretty good matchup right now. Well, not really a pretty good matchup. It's just the fact that, actually, since I have Thunderbolt, this is kind of bad, but it's okay. But like I said, there's plenty of time to practice. I've seen a lot of players be like, oh, like, ew, like, so-and-so is getting coached, or people get help. Well, the person getting help is actually getting better if you think about it. So I would definitely recommend you go to this website, put your team in, and practice. If you watch this video, or if you're watching any other content creator, they'll probably tell you 9 times out of 10 the same thing. Practice. Go here and practice. Outside study. The work you put in outside matters to the inside. I've made season 10 using this website twice. I think you should use it. I'm going to go for the Psycho Boost. If they don't shield this actually will kill. But on the best case scenario, I'll actually break a shield. So I already know what to do automatically. I don't even need to think about it. I'm going to wait for the timer to go a little bit. I'm going to send in I'm going to send in Shiftry. And Azu with 2 shields is really powerful. So I'm going to send in Shiftry, go for the Leap Blade, and then poof. We're either going to take a shield or they're going to let Azu go. Which is great. And hopefully we can handle whatever's in the back. Alright, so we took out the Azu. We took out the Azu. I'm going to get 2 more Snarls in. I'm going to switch. And then now we have this matched up. Now, based on what the simulator is doing, they don't really want to see Azu or they're... Oh, it's a Swampert. Oh, that's bad for my opponent. I'm going to go straight Ice Beam. Why not? I could go for the Hydro Pump and break the shield, but that's fine. At this point, we're pretty clutch. All I have to do is come in with the Leap Blade I have queued and combo. So if my opponent... Well, they have Sludge Wave too, so we have 2 shields. We have a lot of play here. Azu with 2 shields is just so powerful, and like I said before, we have a lot of play here. But like I said, I'm talking to you right now. And I already know what to do. I instinctively know what to do. We're gonna get a little bit of energy here though, because I want a little bit of energy. If our opponent decides not to shield, then we want some extra energy for that matchup in the back versus the Skarm. Because it's pretty much what's gonna happen. It's Skarm versus Azu. That's basically what's gonna happen. Shiftry's kind of dead weight, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to bait that last shield, and I know at 1 foul play I can win. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to get an Ice Beam off. He has to shield this, because if this is a Hydro Pump, you die anyways. So I'm going to kill the Ice Beam. I'm going to get the Ice Beam off. They shield. Okay, I don't get the switch, but that's fine. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get enough to get to an Ice Beam. And then I'm going to switch into Shiftry. 1. Or not. He had a lot of energy. That's fine. Shiftry wins CMP, and at this point, we're pretty good. I don't even think this kills. No, it does kill. It's okay. He's okay. He's fine. See, we have a foul play. Yeah, we have foul play anyways. We win. All that queued up energy. I totally forgot about this energy, but as you see, like, since we queued up, yeah. Boom. GG's. Well, we don't kill it here, but then we'll kill it with the Snarl. GG's. Like I said, practice, practice, practice. I lost the lead hard there. And I couldn't realign to where I could combo into the Swampert, but as you saw there, I won. Put in the practice, and then you'll definitely get there. Like I said, Galvantula is getting, so the summary, Galvantula is getting buffed. If you want to get to Season 4, practice. Practice, 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 and you guys will do great. You guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, if you guys want to succeed in Season 4, start practicing in Season 3, and there's a lot of free tools here, like I said, people that will help you out. There's so many things you can do. There are so many tools. This tool, like I said, this is free. This is free and available to you. You can do this. You can go out here, you can fight. You can put the Great League meta here. You can practice, you can sim, and you can tell all the matrices and tell what your break and bulk points are. But again, that's a summary. Remember, Galvantula is getting buffed, so then that's probably the only major change is Galvantula and Signal Beam being buffed. There's nothing else. So like I said, get in here, practice, and good luck to you guys. I will see you guys on Season 4 of Go Battle League.